He made balloon animals, wore rainbow suspenders, and danced at children's birthday parties. To the parents, he was just a friendly neighborhood clown named Pogo. But behind the makeup was a monster. John Wayne Gacy wasn't just one of America's most disturbing serial killers. He was something far worse. He was trusted, he was charming, and he knew exactly how to blend in with the crowd. Let's rewind to Chicago, 1972. Gacy was a respected contractor, often seen hosting block parties and helping local politicians campaign. He even got photographed with the First Lady once. But at night, in the quiet suburb of Norwood Park, his basement told a very different story. That's where he kept the bodies. Between 1972 and 1978, Gacy sexually assaulted and murdered at least 33 teenage boys and young men, most of whom he lured to his house with the promise of work, quick money, or a ride home. His usual tactic? Pretend to offer a job, then bring them in for a drink, then the handcuffs. Then, silence. Gacy had a trick he called the rope trick. He'd tell his victims, "You want to see a magic trick?" Then he'd handcuff them and pretend it was part of the act. By the time they realized it wasn't a game, it was already too late. What made him so terrifying wasn't just the brutality, it was the normalcy. This was a man who once received a Man of the Year award from his local community. He ran his own successful business. He dressed up as a clown for charity events. And when neighbors asked about the smell coming from under his house, he blamed mold. The truth? He had buried 29 bodies in the crawl space under his home. 4 more he dumped into a nearby river when the ground got too full. And here's the worst part. He almost got away with it. Police received multiple missing person reports. In some cases, the last known location of the boys was Gacy's house, but he talked his way out every time. One officer even said he just didn't seem the type. It wasn't until December 1978, when a 15-year-old boy named Robert Peast vanished after telling his mother he was going to meet a contractor about a job, that the walls began to close in. That contractor was John Wayne Gacy. Police got a search warrant and began digging, literally. What they uncovered shocked even seasoned detectives. The smell of death, the layers of lime and plastic, the rows of shallow graves. Gacy had turned his home into a human cemetery. When they arrested him, Gacy confessed to everything. He even drew diagrams of where the bodies were buried, like it was just another house project. He told police, "I'm the judge, the jury, and the executioner." But what disturbed them most wasn't his lack of remorse. It was his casual attitude. He said killing became too easy, that eventually it stopped feeling like anything at all. Gacy's trial in 1980 became one of the most high-profile criminal cases in U.S. history. He was convicted on 33 counts of murder, the most for a single person at the time. But during the trial, he insisted he was innocent. He claimed a split personality, that it was Jack, his alter ego, who committed the crimes. A fake persona he made up to dodge the death penalty. Didn't work. He was sentenced to death. But here's where the story gets even creepier. While on death row, Gacy began painting. A lot. Clowns, skulls, victims, self-portraits of Pogo the Clown. His art started selling. Collectors paid thousands. Some people even hung his work in their homes. A serial killer's artwork, proudly framed. That sparked a global debate. Should killers be allowed to profit from their crimes? It led to new legislation called the Son of Sam laws, making it illegal for criminals to make money off their stories. But the fascination never stopped. Even after his execution by lethal injection in 1994, Gacy's legacy continued to poison pop culture. Books, films, collectibles. And to this day, some of his original paintings still circulate on the dark web and in underground auctions. Here's what makes the John Wayne Gacy case so terrifying. He didn't operate in secret. He wasn't a mysterious figure in the shadows. He was your neighbor, your contractor, the clown at your kid's party. He proved that real evil doesn't always wear a mask. Sometimes it wears a smile. In interviews before his execution, when asked about his victims, Gacy said, "I never killed anyone. They're all just figments of media imagination." Then he smiled. But the bones beneath his house said otherwise.